The National Stock Exchange's former chief Chitra Ramakrishna has been arrested by the CBI after
perhaps one of the biggest stories of possible financial fraud has hit the National Stock Exchange, India's largest stock exchange.
In 2013, Forbes magazine named her the Woman Leader of the Year. A couple of years earlier, Fortune has called her the most powerful woman in Indian securities market. And everyone praised her for securing near monopoly for National Stock Exchange in equity and derivatives trading. The adjective powerful was a common word used to describe her, and she was powerful. We are talking about Chitra Ramakrishna, who was CEO and MD of NSE, India's largest stock exchange. She held that position for a little over 3 years, from April 2013 to December 2016. In that period, she took NSE to new heights and to market dominance. Today, NSE has a 70% operating margin and is a near monopoly. A lot of this happened during Ramakrishna's tenure. After listening to this story, you might be thinking that she is the most talented leader and really good at decision making. But guess what? Somehow, Chitra Ramakrishna's decisions are not her own. Yes, that is basically what SEBI has said in a 190-page report they published after extensive investigation. She used to consult a Himalayan Baba for all the important decisions taken at NSE. We can say that India's largest stock exchange was indirectly run by an unknown Himalayan Baba. This is the most weird and strange scam in Indian history. So watch this video till the end, because this scam is gonna blow your mind. So let's get into the story. NSE was started in 1992. Chitra Ramakrishna, a chartered accountant by profession, was one of the 5 people handpicked to set up NSE. National Stock Exchange is basically a market where shares of different companies are bought and sold. At that time, BSE was the market leader and the largest stock exchange in India. But NSE, with the use of technology, totally changed the game. It was the first stock exchange on which trading took place electronically. Within no time, NSE surpassed BSE to become the largest stock exchange in India. Then, NSE was hit by a scam. In 2015, the scam came to light due to a whistleblower's complaint to SEBI, which is a market regulator. What is this scam? It is called NSE co-location scam. The details are too complicated, but to put it simply, NSE had favored some stockbrokers over others, which gave them edge in high-frequency trading. A high-frequency trading is something where brokers use powerful computers to execute large number of trades in a fraction of seconds. And it went on for 4 years, from 2011 to 2014, partly when Chitra Ramakrishna was a CEO. This scam is so big that to this day, it is very difficult to estimate the amount of money made by the brokers under this scam. Some estimates put it around 50,000 to 60,000 crores. All fingers pointed towards Ramakrishna, and under these allegations, she resigned as CEO of NSE on 2nd December 2016. While investigation for co-location scam was going on, SEBI found the emails from Chitra Ramakrishna to this nameless guru, and SEBI asked NSE to investigate. And that's where the story takes an interesting turn. These emails between Ramakrishna and the Himalayan Baba were not some random emails on spirituality. In fact, Chitra Ramakrishna was reaching out to Baba for all the decisions made at NSE. The guru also gave her specific detailed instructions on who should be hired at what position at NSE, what should be their compensation, who should be on the board of NSE, and many other high-level executive decisions that Ramakrishna had to make on day-to-day basis. And Ramakrishna was implementing all of them. She was just executing the orders of unknown Himalayan Baba. When asked about the guru, Chitra Ramakrishna claimed that he was a Siddha Purusha or Paramhamsa who did not have any physical existence and could materialize at will. She said she met him 20 years back, and since then, Baba became her mentor. He apparently lives in Himalayas and interacted with her primarily via a catchy email ID, rigyajursama@outlook.com. This email ID is a combination of 3 Vedas: Rig from Rigveda, Yajur from Yajurveda, and Sama from Samaveda. These emails revealed the relationship between Chitra Ramakrishna and the unknown Himalayan Baba. They were talking about the hairstyles, they were exchanging song recommendations, they even planned a vacation together to Seychelles to chill out. But who is this Baba? To know that, we need to talk about another character. As the story goes, Chitra Ramakrishna arrived as a CEO and MD of NSE in April 2013. And the day she became CEO, another gentleman named Anand Subramanian was also appointed. Pay attention to that name. He is an important part of this story. The nature of Ramakrishna's relationship with Subramanian is curious and integral to what happens next. In fact, SEBI's report begins with circumstances of how he was appointed at NSE. It is also the reason why the investigation began in the first place, because SEBI received some anonymous complaints about his appointment and his role in the NSE. When Subramanian joined at NSE, his role was that of a chief strategic advisor. It was a part-time consultant role where he worked for 4 days a week. But this hiring was shocking for few reasons. First, Anand Subramanian had no relevant experience for the position he was appointed to. At the time of his appointment, he was the vice president of a leasing and repair services at a company called TransSafe Services Limited, not at all related to stock market business. Second, the proposed salary for Subramanian was whopping 1.68 crores per annum. His salary in the previous company was just 15 lakhs per annum. I know a lot of people think that tech salaries in 2022 are ridiculous, but Subramanian literally got 10x hike on his salary when he joined NSE as a consultant. Again, that was way back in 2013. By April 2016, he was drawing a compensation of 4.21 crores annually. He was constantly rated as a top performer, but there was no evidence of his performance evaluation file. Third, the only person who interviewed him was Chitra Ramakrishna. There are no notes about the interview, the position was not at all advertised, and nobody else was considered for that position. In her statement, Ramakrishna claimed that Anand Subramanian was recommended to her by a HR consultant, but there is no evidence of that as well. Fine, you may think all of this sounds really suspicious, but there is one more thing. Companies like NSE aren't like regular companies. By nature of what they do, they are subject to higher standards of regulation and disclosure. One of these rules is called disclosure of key management personnel. In simple terms, this means that NSE is obligated to disclose who are the important people involved in decision making, their responsibilities and their salaries. By 2016, Subramanian's designation was changed to Group Operating Officer and Advisor to MD. This position had several department heads reporting directly to Subramanian. He was one of the decision makers. There was only one person above him, who was the CEO herself. Despite all this, Subramanian was never listed as a key management personnel by NSE. If this is not strange, in majority of the mail conversations between Chitra Ramakrishna and the Himalayan Baba, Anand Subramanian was marked in CC. That raised many questions, like if Anand Subramanian was marked in every email, maybe he knows who is Himalayan Baba. The email conversations between Chitra Ramakrishna and her spiritual guru, which are extensively quoted in SEBI's report, are both intriguing and curious. Ramakrishna is very respectful in her communications, and on occasions she even mentioned that the company is running only because of the grace and blessings of Himalayan Baba. She shared some confidential information like company 5-year projections, financial data, dividend ratios, business plans, agenda of the board meeting, and also consulted him on employee annual appraisals. And she used to receive specific advice. Ramakrishna took advice on who should be part of the board, how to handle the key stakeholders. This is what makes things particularly worrying. Himalayan Baba was taking all the decisions. But the part where things get really interesting and complicated is about Anand Subramanian's designation and his compensation. And the shocking part is that Himalayan Baba used to get a percentage of Subramanian's salary as commission. And pay attention to this. After detailed investigation, which went on for more than 5 years, combined with forensic investigation reports from EY, the NSE submitted that the anonymous spiritual guru in the emails was none other than Anand Subramanian himself. According to them, they discovered some evidence in the desktop computer previously used by Subramanian, where he had set up a Skype account with the same ID as the email of Guru. Chitra Ramakrishna and Anand Subramanian were arrested and they are currently in police custody. The court is yet to give its decision on who is this Himalayan Baba. Was Anand Subramanian took undue advantage of Chitra Ramakrishna's beliefs? How can a strong leader like her fall for a Baba, or is it all part of a game? Everything about this scam is strange. As per the regulations, NSE, or for that matter any company, is not allowed to share the confidential information with outsiders. But if Anand Subramanian is the Himalayan Baba, then NSE may be saved in that front, because both the CEO and Anand Subramanian are insiders and the information is not shared with the third party. But we still don't know who is this Himalayan Baba. the shocking part is all this stuff was going on under the watch of SEBI and they had no idea. A common trader trusts SEBI to regulate the market. It's their job to prevent the scam before it happens, not to wake up after the scam and investigate, because the damage is already done. So that's the video, guys. Hope this video helped you in understanding the NSE scam. If you like the video, click on that like button and share this with others to spread the financial knowledge. And let me know your opinion in the comments below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.